So we've got these monsters here, particularly these two, and we got Ghislaine Maxwell. We'll be naming names, right? That's what she says. We'll see how that goes. I know a lot of the conspiracy theorists think that she's gonna this and she's gonna disappear and the COVID. Hold your fucking horses until we find out exactly what's going on with her. She's not the big prize that either was killed or committed suicide, Epstein. You know, she's not that big prize that he would have really sunk, because his whole life was building dirts on elites, getting them involved in his disgusting behaviors, and blackmailing them, using them. He's a sick guy, and he's in hell somewhere or what have you. He got roped off, but now we've got his side piece, Ghislaine, and she is another sicko. Her pops was a real scumbag. So I don't know what's wrong with these people, but the elites, I'll describe the way they are. They're godless, right? They don't think that there's any justice in the universe, or they don't need any of that, because they're at the top of it. The best food, the best this, the best, shopping, vacations, this and that. What do they need, some dignity for? So they play dirty little games, and the more they could get away with, the happier they are. Sick people. There's a whole dark world out there, right? There's a whole dark world out there, and she knows a little bit of it. Hopefully the wheels of justice could turn and dig in and find out exactly what's going on with Ghislaine. I'm going to go to the panel here with our friends, Trax News members, and we're going to sit here and we're going to find out, let's start with the ladies over here. What do you think is going to be the outcome of Ghislaine?
I actually think she's smarter than Epstein was, because she said that she has videos of what happened.
Oh, really?
And yes, and she basically what I heard was that she has videos of Prince Andrew, and I think he's going to be the fallen guy. And yeah, because first of all, there were rumors before it was Epstein, and now she has proof of it. And I also think she wouldn't stay in the United States if she didn't know that she can make some sort of a deal with authorities, and she could get away with it. And I think she knows who to give up and not give up. So she's not gonna name people who might, come after her. So she's just gonna go maybe after Prince Andrew. So he's a fall guy. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that. And her dad was he was a spy. So she probably learned some things from her dad. So we'll see what happens with that.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, especially like as you said, there's a lot of conspiracies going on online and people passing around lists. I mean, she hasn't named names yet, but I don't know. I mean, I agree with what Monica said. I mean, I don't think that I don't think anything's gonna happen to her just because it's gonna look pretty bad. I mean, you have two people dead related to the same thing. It doesn't look that great. Mm-hmm. I know that they're trying to, at this time, get Jeffrey Epstein's suicide, saying that it's actually a murder. I know his attorney is trying to fight for that at this moment.
Oh,
so
yeah?
That's something that they're looking into.
His brother.
His brother. He's trying to. He's trying to say that. So let's see what happens with that, and maybe they'll relate that to this whole situation. There's definitely a lot of photographs circulating the internet. I mean, obviously, as you showed, like Trump, Clinton, all these celebrities, politicians associated with them. So. Let's see what happens. Definitely,
and it's no longer like a partisan issue as well. Like both sides are implicated, so you can't just point fingers. That's what makes it more complicated, because you can people can say, oh, it's like Clinton doing that, but then there's also pictures of Trump with Epstein. So it's a very it's a very hot topic right now.
Well, the big question here is, how many people does she have dirt on? Because she's gonna have to give it all up. Everyone's going to come after her, and she's not going to be able to just go Prince Andrew and then walk and go off into the sunset. They're going to charge her with everything. The public is way against her. She's already ripped, so even any jury would convict her. It doesn't even matter what the evidence was at this point with this Epstein. It's the most disgusting thing. And you know, there's enough witnesses that she's going to be running scared. So hopefully she gives these people up. That's really, she's you know, it's like the Death Star, and it has that one weak point where you just fire off the proton torpedo and you get to take the whole fucking thing down. And there's a Death Star floating around with these monsters. And, you know, she's that one little opening that they had. Epstein was the one. Maybe they got to him. Maybe he did kill himself. You know, it looks like they got to him. The video was off that night and this and that. And the guards were changed and they were asleep. Even the guards were charged because they wanted to twist their arms as well. So in the back seat, I mean, in the, you know, the back end of things with the FBI, whoever, they are building a case. They're trying to pull something together, and this is one of the most interesting dramas that's playing out in our time because of the big players that were involved, the hypocrites.
Yeah, I really agreed when Max earlier, when he was standing up there, was saying how there's a lot of conspiracy